pretty sure that you might be a happy man, because of course you're watching BSC vs Vale of Leithen.
What more can you ask for on a Saturday?
What more can you ask for on a Saturday afternoon? Who cares about any game that was played earlier on, you know? I hear there's a big Glasgow derby, but apparently Clyde Partick Thistle's not all free to watch, so...
Come on.
Drive, man, drive!
Lewis Bell on the right. Looks to find the ball in. Back stick. It's well cleared by Leithen. And they get the ball properly cleared again. Counter attack now 2-on-2. Fitzpatrick holding up his man. Does really well. Long ball forward. Jamie Mills wins a header, but it's going to break. And couldn't quite get a hold of the strike there, luckily for BSC. Hopefully the battle. Me and you are both hoping, Keg, that this battery will last, my friend. Joe is loving life. Did you have a bet on it as well, Joe, man? Hello, we are live with microphones working.
Testing them, am I good?
You can now hear Martin as well. Thank you very much, Michael.
You are so welcome.
Technical whiz kid on the scene. So
If only I knew what I'd done.
Right, so hopefully we don't sound awful now. How are we doing, everyone?
Hopefully not.
And I can bring in Martin. How are you today, my friend?
Very excited. First trip ever to Victoria Park.
It's a cracking wee ground, isn't it? Very old school.
Yeah. Like you said, it was picturesque.
Disappointing looking here, you both now. I thought you'd have wanted to see him, Martin. He's a man that actually knows what he's talking about, folks.
Oh, don't do that.
There's your jinx.
I mean, you've got to say, BSC have looked good in the opening 10 minutes.
Look good. Vale've had a couple of interesting moments, so as Daz gets a chance to go on the break, finds the ball at the back post, there's Alfie, takes a touch.
Go on, Alfie.
And it's a good save. Alfie starting as he left off last week, though, looking pretty positive.
Yeah, he'll be desperate for a goal, especially after the Civil game.
Vale trying a wee bit of trickery. And they've won a penalty. And that was Fitzpatrick, a judge to have brought down the Vale of Leithen striker that he was marking. Not an ideal start. I think we're becoming a jinx for these live streams, Martin.
I think I'm I don't know.
Vale supporter here, Hibs, hope you're enjoying the stream. As Vale take the lead.
It's Jonathan Grotland that finds the back of the net.
Good penalty, right into the roof of the net. No chance for Lyle on nets. And let's see if I remember how to change the scores on this laptop. There we go. That makes it Vale of Leithen 1, BSC Glasgow 0.
Really not the start we needed, especially after last week struggling against our beaty Star. This is a game we would have hoped to put to bed.
Lewis Bell now on the right. Inside Andy Geggan. Vale closing down in numbers, and they've done very well. It's a 3-on-2 situation. And it could be 2. Lyle does brilliantly save it. It's still there though. And it's in on the rebound. That's number 8 for Vale of Leithen.
Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall finishes off. BSC at 6s and 7s about there. Effective counter-attack catches us out.
Well, this doesn't feel good.
And that makes it Vale of Leithen 2, BSC Glasgow 0. Pitch is playing a huge factor. Struggling to get to grips with it. Oh, here goes Tierney. That's a great little touch. And it's a goal! Vale of Leithen 2, BSC 1. And I'll tell you what, folks, it failed miserably last time. Let's test this replay and see if it works this week, shall we?
So good by Ryan Tierney. Finally opens his account for BSC Glasgow.
We've got a replay working, we're delighted to say. Oh, it's alright, it's still... Alright, I said it's working, but it isn't. Never mind. We might need to give up on that old instant replay technology, but it's just as well, wasn't it? Because Vale had a great chance to get through there, free kicking the edge of the box. So BSC need to keep this ball at the net here, back in the match at 2-1. Cracking solo goal from Ryan Tierney. We touched round the corner, past his man, and fired in. Keeper might be disappointed to let that into his near post. So it's Jonathan Grotland standing over this free kick. He's hit it low and he's wasted it. He was looking for a gap in the wall rather than going over the top, and it didn't quite come off for him.
See the corner, and that's when all the funny stuff's happening.
Technically, I could tell you anything was happening in that corner and you need to go with it, folks. Jamie Mills. Ball in Tierney! Over the top. Geoghegan and Tierney are kind of combination of two ultimately going for the header. Yeah, there wasn't really an advantage there. I understand why he brought it to a close of play. Here's Geoghegan. Geg's won it back now. There could be a joy in the counter-attack here for BSC. The keeper's ran out.
Ginley's all
The
the way
keeper's taking
out.
his own man out. Does Christie. Squares it Alfie. Finish. 2-2! We promise you entertainment, we promise you goals, and here we are. Vale of Leithen 2, BSC Glasgow 2. Great counter-attack.
Good composure there by Aggie, man, just to find the back of the net. There was a lot of on-rushing defenders there that could have done something.
Isles came in just for half-time, so you've seen the good bit, mate. We're 1-0 up, according to you. A few more for Eyes, absolutely. It's going to... What's that? Game score's going to let the BSC 04s today. Hope it doesn't end up 4-3 to the opponents. Well, we'll soon find out. There's Jody. Your boy's doing well. Been through more emotion this first half than the whole year. Aye. We're certainly giving you your money's worth. And that money's worth is free in this channel, obviously. But going into the second half, what do you think we need to do other than, obviously, time things up at the back?
I think the biggest danger right now for for us for Vale of Leithen is that we need to watch their counter-attack, because their number 11 Laidlaw is getting in really quick. Lyle Apsey is struggling to come off his line at points, and that kind of was creating the danger for us.
Aye, it's not looked the most comfortable, especially with just the deep balls over the top. Keeper's got a fair rocket a leg on him as well, so pretty much every time he's taking a goal kick, it's getting right on top of the edge of the 18-yard box, top of the defence, and it's causing issues.
Yeah, I think it really is catching us off guard. It just needs to be... Lyle Apsey still needs to find his feet in the team and stuff. Maybe he isn't comfortable enough coming off the line, but he is going to start needing to, because when the long balls come from McGinley, it is dangerous for us.
Absolutely. On the flip side though, when we've had the ball, we have looked pretty promising, and we're finally beginning to find a cutting edge towards the end of that first half as well. It was a bit kind of heavy going the first 20-25 minutes. It seems as if now that Andy Geoghegan's began get on the ball in the midfield and dictating play, we're finally beginning to create a few chances and really troubling Vale's defence finally.
Especially as well, we've got so many midfielders getting into the attacking position. Darren Christie looks superb in his debut, and he's one of those defenders that is creating the opportunities for us, especially for Aggie, man, to cut in and hopefully get more goals.
And from what I can see, it seems that Alfie's your favourite player. He's got his first goal now, so be very happy. Michael's giving us a wee technical change there. You love to see it. That's alright, we can move rather than the camera moving. We've got the slope. That's the other thing. There is a slight slope. You can't really see it very well on the camera, but we've got it in the second half, so things should be a wee bit easier. Going slightly downhill second half there. Get a wee half-time interview with Swifty. Strainy, as much as I'd love to. I think he might be ripping paint off the walls again, my friend. By the way, did you see his message to you last week? He was asked what he thought of you. I encourage you to go and find it. Once Vale can steal the passes on the left, they've had a wee bit of daylight in the left. Bell's obviously doing his thing where he's getting forward to support the attack and the overlaps. Now and again, Vale are finding the clearance to the left and causing a wee bit of trouble with it.
We've definitely got some danger when it comes to our defence. As we saw, McCormick is running up, Jamie Mills is always up the flank. It does make it so dangerous that when Vale do get the counter-attack and some of our defenders are missing, that's just something we need to look out for. We need to be able to cover up certain positions.
Absolutely. So I think what we will do our usual wee 5-minute break for half-time just to get things sorted. Instead of going back to that kind of starting screen, I'm going to show you the league table as it stood before the day, so you get a rough idea where we're sitting. We're sitting 6th, if I remember right, on 4 points, having drawn midweek. And despite it being early days, you can already see who the challengers are going to be this season. So, Games 5, we will be right back, and I'll send you out the league table. See, when I said we were going to leave you alone for a bit, we have a special guest coming on. Odds Reedy back, because Reedy loves this man. Big smudger, Ross Smith, how you doing, my man? Or this side, or this side. There you go, you're in for sure now. So, thoughts in the first half, because we heard what you thought. Might need to hold this up to your mouth just for...
apologies for that, whatever I was saying, but I think before their 2 goals we should have been 2 or 3 up ourselves with the chances we had. Their keepers had a good first half, to be fair to him. And the 2 goals are 2 mistakes. It's just simple as that. It's terrible goals, and we can't keep doing that and then having to claw back and try and get in the game. And luckily and deservedly we've got back into the game now, so hopefully the second half we can kick on a bit.
Aye, fingers crossed. I mean, what do you think we need to do? Just one change you need to make at half time. What's the gaffer doing right now?
I mean, he's probably went in and knowing the gaffer is probably gave the boys a bit, I think, for the goals we conceded, and considering I thought we started them quite well, and I think from hearing what he was saying, I think he thought the same. But that 10-15 minute spell where it was just shaky, he wouldn't have been happy with. So I think we just need to move the ball quicker and maybe not dribble as much and take too many touches, because it's not a pitch for that today.
Definitely. Yeah.
And now we're downhill. I think we should be taking plenty of shots as well and test our keeper more like we have done when we got in the area. So I'm just glad we got the 2 goals there and we can hopefully kick on.
This man's a pro. I can hear a donation, so I will say thank you for that very shortly, folks.
That's because I'm on.
Is that what you've done? Aye. See that, you bring the eye candy on in this one. Right, all the other thing, because we were asked this last week, when do you think you're going to be back?
Well, Lynn looked at it again on Thursday and it's still swollen, and I didn't really hear the good news I thought it was going to be. My ligaments are badly strained and they're still bruising, and she's saying there's a chance there might be a tear in one of them. So she's saying 46 weeks now, which is horrendous. I'm just hoping that maybe it's just the strain side, and another couple of weeks of just doing what I need to do with it and try and get back as quick as I can, because I hate missing out, obviously, and being at the side, it's not good for me. I'd rather be on the pitch losing my head, but just try not to think about it and just try and get back fit. It's a nightmare. Honestly, it's typical. It's started pre-season, felt good, felt fit, and from one stupid tackle from another boy in the last 10 minutes of friendly, it was out of order. And it's left me like this, but I just need to get on with it.
That's it.
Just deal with it, and I'll be back hopefully soon.
Fingers crossed, aye.
Yes.
I mean, as fun as it is to see you doing your best Bielsa impression at the side of the pitch and you're Todd there, like, just barking out orders.
I'm nowhere near as good as manager as that guy is anyway, so...
But no, thanks for coming on, and we'll send you back to the break. We'll only get maybe a minute or two till the boys come out again.
Perfect. Thanks for that.
Aye, no problem. We'll get you back on next time as well.
Definitely.
There's your debut.
Cheers, mate.
Let's give you a wee reminder of the lineups as well. So we've seen quite a few of those BSC boys shining in that first half after a tough start. Take a mental note of the numbers if you're looking to keep an eye on them. And then for Vale, it's mainly been Laidlaw. There have been glimpses for Ndwene. Lewis Hall obviously got a goal as well. Ben McGinley.
As well.
Ben McGinley's had a decent run of things and goals. So with that over and done with, let's get back to the game, shall we? And I'll remember to turn the timer on. Christie ball in, and as well. Is that a pass back? It could have been
looked like a pass back.
It looked like it came off his boot, didn't it? If that's what happens when you take your eyes off the game day more often. Cross now from Lyon. And that's a penalty! Penalty given to BSC. It looked as if it was against Andy Geoghegan. Unfairly challenged in the air.
For the first time this season, cough.
And BSC, we wouldn't have guessed this after 20 minutes. Have the chance to take the lead early in the second half. No, it's Ross Lyon.
Yes!
And that makes it Vale of Leithen 2, BSC Glasgow 3. Cam assured penalty, sending the keeper the wrong way. And that is another bit of scramble, but BSC have got it away, and here's a deep ball over the top. That camber of the pitch is playing its role. Here is BSC going to attack. That's Christie inside. Ross Lang, can he finish? 4-2! All of a sudden, BSC have begun to take control of this game, and that goal had a lot to owe to the slant of the pitch. I feel like just Vale are just appealing for everything just now as it breaks through. They've still got the ball here though. They're looking to it's a effort for long range. He got a wee bit under.
Jerry Rossi.
It was Ger Rossi there, who's been here a number of years now.
It's good to see Avsey coming off his line for the second half. Some
He's
of the counter-attacks don't seem as dangerous.
He's looking more and more assured, doesn't he, Avsey?
Yeah.
And that's broke through for Alfie, who isn't
Alfie.
offside. Tierney was.
Go on,
Alfie's
Alfie.
gone. Oh, he's in the post! And Ross Lang scores in the follow-up. 7 goals, why all the anger? We are in the second half, I should point out as well, but 7 goals, it's been some game. And it could be another one for Vale here. And it is. Laidlaw got the wrong side of McCormack. What is going on? Just a direct ball over the top. Laidlaw managed to outmuscle McCormack at centre back, and to be fair to him, a cracking finish into the far post. Andy Geoghegan finds Hammer's favourite player, Lewis Bell. Louis finds a flick out to the right. There's Ross Lang. He is onside, and it's a glance and touch for Tierney wasn't enough to find the back stick. So it remains Vale of Leithen 3, BSC Glasgow 5. I've just had to make a slight change to hopefully hold this battery through till full time. You might see 1 or 2 wee lags because of it, so I apologise in advance, but we're trying to make sure you see all the goals if there's any more. There's been plenty. And Laidlaw's in again. And unbelievably, Vale of Leithen have scored. As Levi plays the ball in, and it's cleared well by Michael Anderson. Vale have still got it though, and that's safe enough for Lyle Avsey, who didn't handle it the first attempt. He had a wee bit of worry there.
Nervy in the last 10 minutes.
The laptop stream did die, so we thought we'd bring you the end of the game on Twitter.
One last try!
Current score is Vale of Leithen 4, BSC Glasgow 5. It's been some game. Headed away from McMillan. Ross Lang's found a ball through. New signing does Christie's through.
Yes!
And there is a 6th goal for BSC. Signed for Pollock just this week. Daz Christie's a finisher. Vale of Leithen 4, BSC Glasgow 6. 10 goal thriller.